Hello, my name is David Choate.
My name is Tim Cross.
And today we're asking the question,
is Halloween legal in the church? That's the question. It's a hot topic. We figured we would answer the question for you. So that's what today's episode is about.
Now, before we go too much further, it's nice.
Yeah. I'm Star-Lord, if you haven't noticed. And I don't know what you are.
Von Miller, baby! Best thing about my costume, I get to wear it on Sundays and sometimes Monday and Thursday nights.
Comment below about how terrible his costume is in compared to mine. I'm just saying, mine's way better.
We'll see it in the comments.
Yeah.
Now, along with this discussion, we are going to be giving away some killer resources. We'll define killer in a bit, but first let's talk about the resources.
They want to know what they're going to get.
Yeah. First, we've got a kids' Bible lesson titled 7 Monsters That Every Child Must Face. This is an amazing resource for parents, Sunday school teachers. Just great.
It's good. Next killer resource we have is a blog article called Christian Halloween, Can There Be Such a Thing?
Sounds like a song title. Christian
Little bit.
Can there be such a thing? And finally, our final killer must-have resource is a harvest party guide. This is your must-have checklist. It's going to be everything you need to host and put on your best harvest party ever.
That's right. So let's define how killer these resources are.
Because you're wondering, right? Yeah. Like, what do these guys mean, killer resources?
So the lowest of low in the candy world is the
Tootsie
Tootsie Roll.
Things.
You hate people when you give that to somebody.
I guarantee you're going to go out trick-or-treating this Halloween. You're going to have Tootsie Rolls in 2019.
Yeah,
2020 probably.
It's terrible.
Anyway,
all right.
Slightly above that. But that's not what we're giving away. Not those kind of resources.
We're giving away killer. So not that.
Slightly above that, the Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop.
Stop lying to us, Tootsie.
Still alive. We know what you are.
Roll in a candy shell.
We know what you are. No, we're giving away king size killer resources.
Did you know when you go trick-or-treating house to house and one of those houses gives you like a full-size Snickers? King size.
You switch your mask out and your costume and you come around again and get it again. That's how good these resources are.
We're going to give you links to all those resources in the description below. Let's get back into the subject at hand. Is Halloween
legal in the church?
As we mentioned before, Halloween is a touchy subject within the church.
Touchy.
You might say it's all trick and no treat.
Did you write that?
I did.
It's
with
good.
my own brain.
That there's good.
As we start this discussion, I think it would be good for everyone to get our backgrounds.
Yeah, because we're different.
Yeah, so I'll go first.
Yeah.
My parents, very cheap. They would never spend money on a costume. Every year, it seemed like they dressed me up as a bum. Oversized clothes that didn't fit me. Coffee grounds on my face. And then they'd send me out into the neighborhood with an empty pillowcase. And they told me, don't come home until that pillowcase is full. Then, for my good, they would say, they would inspect the pillowcase. Looking for, razor blades, needles. You know what they were doing.
Parent tax.
Skimming off the top.
That's right, they were.
And you guys do it too, don't you? You know.
My background, I would say, is completely opposite. We hunkered down in our house, turned the lights off, didn't celebrate Halloween at all, and we watched Christian movies.
You did the barricade.
We did the barricade. That was our tradition.
Well, regardless of what someone's background is, I think what comes to the surface when you bring up Halloween is that there's tension. Right? Like churches don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to have a discussion about it. And if someone comes to your harvest party dressed up, like what do you do? Is that a bad thing? Is that, what do you do? So that's where I think one of our killer resources, king-size resources, does such a good job of helping you navigate the waters of that discussion.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity. So let me read a quote from that article that I thought was great. It says that Halloween is often depicted as a day of darkness or a day when demons and evil are celebrated. As a Christian, how do we celebrate this? And that's the question. Thankfully, their answer is, well, we don't. Our celebration comes from Jesus' words in John 8:12. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. We celebrate because we follow the light and not the darkness. To which I'm like, amen.
That's good.
And I think that's the opportunity of Halloween. Not to bring it into your church, but to contrast the darkness of that holiday with the good news of the gospel and with the light of Jesus Christ.
That's right. Be the light to others.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like that's the opportunity. On this day, how can you reach out into your community, be light to others? And it talks about it later in the article, right? Like your hunkering down mentality.
Don't do what I did,
right?
basically.
It kind of asks the question, why do we have to, on this day, hide behind our door when a princess comes up and rings the doorbell? And I think the answer is we don't, right?
don't.
Like we can be the light to our community.
That's right.
All right, well, fantastic discussion,
Yep.
fantastic points to be bringing up with your church, but now we got to get to something a little more pressing for Tim and I.
Something big. It's huge. It's probably the most important part of our
I would
episode.
call it an unburdening of our souls.
Yeah, we want to share this burden with you. Top 5 scary movies.
Quick disclaimer,
Little one.
Hitty. We don't endorse any of these
At
movies.
all. Not
In a
at
lot
all.
of ways, these movies messed us up.
Yeah, we're
Scarred
sharing the
us.
burden with
Yeah.
you now, Dad, so that you guys can help us.
Help us help
Recover.
you. Help us. Really, what this is therapy.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Here it is. Top 5 scary movies. My number 5 is The Shining.
Red Rum!
Woo!
Number 5, not the new one that's out now,
Not the new one.
but the original
Okay.
TV miniseries.
It's
It.
Ooh, that's
wrecked clowns for
that's
me.
it. All right, number 4 for me is The Predator.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Number 4 for me. This was one of those movies you watch it way too young. You should have never seen what you saw.
Yep.
For me, it was Leviathan.
Ooh. You see, that's my next one. Scarred me. My number 3 is Aliens.
Ooh.
Changes stomach aches the rest of your life as a kid. I'm just saying.
Love me a good xenomorph.
Just saying.
Number 3 for me. Whoever thought this was a good idea for a kids movie? Something needs to happen.
Okay,
They need
what
a
is it?
stern
Tell the
talking
people
to
what
at
it
the very
is.
least. Return to Oz. This thing.
Changed kids movies. All right, my number 2 is The Exorcist.
Why? Why did you watch that?
Pre-salvation
Or post?
We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. But it was just on TV. It was there.
Okay,
It was
fair
there.
enough. Number 2, one of my all-time favorite movies. I
All-time
love
favorite
this
movie.
movie. I will watch it once a year.
Okay, what is it?
Jurassic Park.
That's a good one. That is a good one. All right, my number 1. Here
Yes.
we are. Number 1 is Jaws. Ruined the ocean for me. Thank you.
You know, and the Earth is primarily ocean. So
It's
think
mostly
of how much of the Earth that
it's over.
it's tragic. My number 1
Global warming.
scariest movie of all time, The Ring.
Oh, just comes
Spoiler alert,
right out.
She comes right out of the TV.
That's right. So those are our top 5 scary movies. Tell us what yours are in the comments below.
Yeah, and if any of yours were ours,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear that as
We
well.
want to know. We want to know how much scarred.
Yeah,
scarred?
share your pain with us.
Yeah.
Maybe we can return the therapy favor. Well, now that Tim and I have offloaded
We wanted to share the burden.
a chest-bursting xenomorph, now that we've offloaded that emotional baggage, we wanted to take a look at the outreach opportunity of Halloween.
Because that's what this is. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and to be clear, we're not saying that you transform your sanctuary into a haunted house, have
Yeah.
everyone dress up as ghouls and goblins.
The church is already the scariest thing out there for non-church people.
No, it is. I mean, there's nothing you got to do. What we are saying is make your church a place that your community wants to come to because you're offering things
Yeah.
that your community already wants, whether they're believers or not.
That's right.
A few of those things. Why don't you take us through the
Yes,
list?
the first thing, one of the biggest things is a safe place for
Yep.
families to go.
So regardless of whether you're a believer or not, on Halloween night, you want your kids to be safe. And a harvest party is a great opportunity
right.
for that.
That's right.
Number 2.
Number 2, we want a place that people can enjoy a Christ-centered celebration.
Right. So even if, Jesus isn't at every activity booth
Yeah.
or, everything's named after something out of the Bible, when people come onto the campus of your church and they take part in a harvest party, the attitude and the environment and the spirit that's going on in that event, it will honor Christ. And
That's
people
right.
will go, you know what, there is something different going on in this event. And that's what you want, right?
That's
That
right.
makes a difference in your community.
Yep. And the very last thing the number 3 is they want to have a fun event that they can invite their friends and their neighbors to. And that's what we want to give them.
Right, and that's what makes like a traditional harvest party so great.
Yeah.
Right? You've got a carnival environment, you've got games, Tons of candy.
You don't want to be stingy on the candy,
Don't
churches.
skimp
They will
on the
remember.
candy, right?
It's not worth it.
It's Halloween, so dial back the ghouls, dial back the
Up
ghosts.
the candy.
Up it, like shift the balance.
Tons of
That's
candy.
how you do that.
Truckloads.
A great alternative to Harvest Party. Maybe Harvest Party isn't your jam.
Yeah.
You ever done the trunk or treat?
Trunk or treat, yeah.
So if you've
It's
never
good.
done a trunk or treat, you basically fill up your parking lot with different cars.
Yeah.
Have people decorate their cars, and they give candy out of the
It's
back of their
super
cars.
fun.
What's cool about it is you condense all of the candy into one place.
That's right. Kids
The
love it.
parents, that's why I loved it.
Yeah,
I didn't have to walk around the whole neighborhood with
That's
my
right.
kids.
It's all right there.
Go
And-
to the trunk or treat.
That's right. Now, here are some tips to help make these events work for you and your church. So, number one is you want to promote these with killer
King size.
king size designs. You want to be able to promote it out there in the community with print pieces and designs.
Right, like if I come into my church and there's a poster for Harvest Party or there's some killer graphic up on the screen,
That's
it
right.
gets it on my mind,
Yeah,
it gets
for
it
sure.
on, I should say my wife's calendar, right?
That's right.
We get it locked down and we're gonna go.
Yeah, so if you don't have anything, check out Sharefaith. They have a huge library where you can get everything you need.
Listen, come close.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you a secret.
If you're a bad designer, and
'Cause
you
most
know
of
that
you
you
are.
and you know that
true.
you are, you gotta check out Sharefaith's resources. I'm gonna
All
leave
right,
it there.
there it
I'm
is.
gonna leave it there.
All right. Number two, what is it?
Leverage the power of social media.
Yeah, social media is an incredible tool to reach people where they are at. Make a Facebook event. Get people to invite them to that event. It's just an opportunity.
No brainer, really.
Right there.
Yeah.
For sure.
And finally, invite local businesses to get involved. This is such a huge opportunity that the church has, not only to find people to help them carry the load of
That's
a big
right.
event, but to just build bridges and inroads to different places within the community.
And you want to make your event even scarier? Invite the dentist. Get them involved because that's scary.
I tell you what, every
We all agree.
cleaning for me, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Anytime I want my own personal Halloween, I just,
Schedule a cleaning every 6
That's-
weeks.
that's what I do.
Wait, 6 months?
I
6
don't know,
months.
6 years.
10 years. And now it's time for the Pumpkin Carving Contest. The moment we've all been waiting for.
That's right. We would like to welcome you to the first annual Church Relevance Pumpkin Carving Contest.
Come on.
Whoever wins this contest
gonna
will
win.
be named the Pumpkin Carving King of
Hey, King.
2018.
That's right.
I came geared up to bring home the title.
Geared up to
baby.
lose.
Come on.
Geared
so
up
what we're
to
gonna
lose.
we're gonna give each other 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
See who can carve the best pumpkin in
Best
20
one.
seconds. I think it's going to be obvious who wins.
yeah, me.
But let's go
That's
ahead,
right.
put 20 seconds on the clock.
Get your
I've got
tools
my
ready.
carving tool here.
Yep, I'm ready.
Whoa. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And go. All right, well, there it is. Now for the big reveals. How'd you do?
Okay. 20 seconds isn't a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time.
But I think based on the time I had, the
All right.
allotment, I did pretty good. So,
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead, show.
Look at this bad boy.
Hey.
Kinda cute, right?
Sad.
I mean, I don't know if he's happy or sad or
I think
confused.
he's confused,
A
yeah.
little bit, but
for sure.
I like him.
All right, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
Mine's way better.
Yeah,
It's
right,
probably my
whatever.
best work.
Let's see what you got.
What do you guys think? That's
That's
good.
stupid.
Hey, we didn't define rules here.
Taking
Aw,
the
come
pumpkin right
on.
home.
Don't be a sore loser. Typical Broncos fan.
We all know what went down, Tim.
I won. We didn't define the
It's
rules
on
here.
video, and
We didn't define the rules.
You're gonna have to live with your choices.
I think you're just gonna be a
Make
sore
good
loser.
choices.
I made the best choice. I won it.
Let's set the controversy aside and get down to business.
Business.
The thing that everyone wants to hear more about.
King size killer resources.
I'll take it from the top.
All right, give him the number one.
7 Monsters Kids Lesson. This amazing resource discusses 7 monsters that every child must face. Things like fear, anger, shame, apathy, greed, loneliness, and pride.
Yeah.
Frankenstein, Dracula.
They got nothing.
Nothing on these monsters.
Nothing.
And as a parent, I cannot recommend this resource enough because it exposes each one of these things that come against our kids as a lie, and it empowers you with scripture to encourage your kids. So it's a great resource.
Yep. Number 2, we got the blog article called Christian Halloween, Can There Be Such a Thing?
Christian Halloween, can there be such a thing?
I think you're making that work.
No, man, it's there.
I think you're making that
there.
work. Yeah, this article shows us 3 ways we can celebrate Halloween as Christians. Yeah, and gives us tons of practical tips and tricks or treats.
That's good, man. It's good. And finally, a must-have harvest party guide. This checklist provides everything you need to plan, promote, and deliver a perfect harvest party, something that I know all churches want to do during this Halloween season.
Yep.
So these resources, as we said, are all linked in the description below.
Make sure you get
them out.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
then you miss out.
yeah, who wants to miss out?
Not
It's
me.
like losing a pumpkin carving contest.
Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing. David, go ahead and take us out.
Hey, I just want to hit it one more time. Halloween is a huge opportunity for your church to share the gospel, to reach out into your community, to build relationships. And so our prayer for your church would be that during the Halloween season, you would look for fun and creative ways to make the name of Jesus known in your community. Seize this opportunity.
Seize it.
Preach the gospel. Share the good news of Jesus. Yeah, just don't miss out. Don't bunker down.
Yeah,
but
don't
get
bunker
out
down.
there. Shine your light.
Yeah, so happy Halloween, everybody.
Can we say that?
Uh,
I mean, we got into a lot of things. I just don't know. Is it legal in the church? I don't know that we
talk
actually
about that.
answered that. We talked around it.
I don't think we talked about this.
Now maybe it's for another podcast. I don't know.